How's everybody doing today? I got a gallon of distilled water made from our water distiller, not from this bottle. That video will be coming out in a few days. Our water distiller makes about 5 to 7 gallons in about 2 hours. So, yeah. Typically when I want to add an oxygen boost to my plants, I just dilute a bottle of hydrogen peroxide into a gallon of water and go with it from there. But that's not what we're going to do with this one. First things first is we need to have some equipment. If you have a DIY lab like we do, this might be some stuff you have laying around. If not, it's not too expensive to get. So what's the first thing we need? First thing you need, an aquarium pump run out to a diffuser stone and a monotub. You can use one of your ones that's in the middle of it. So let's set this down in here like that. Bow. And let's set our water in here as well. There we go. Now let's take our diffuser, sit that all the way down in there like that. Now we come over here to our ozone machine and boot dryer. We're going to turn the heat off, we're going to turn the ozone on, and we're going to let it run for about 30 minutes. So let's turn the timer on to 30. Timer's on to 30. Now, what we'll do, we will take and plug in our aquarium pump and start infusing. Take the lid, put the lid on, and I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. So let's take a minute and talk about this setup and why it works. I've been using it now for a few weeks. I'm happy with the results. I can see the results. So that's why we're doing it this way, and then we'll have a more permanent video probably around the time. We'll have a permanent way to do this other than using our totes. Probably a week or so after I release the distilled water machine that we're using, that we made converted. So ozone comes into here, pumps in. We have this sealed off. This air pump down here is pulling air from inside this tote, which is supercharged with ozone, pumping it into down here, diffusing out through the stone and up into the water. I read through one of the scientific studies, can't remember which one, that you run your ozone through a diffuser stone for about 20 minutes and you can add about 2 grams of ozone into it. I haven't gone out and scaled it out yet, but I can tell you that don't drink the water, and you can taste it once it's infused, and you can absolutely smell it. So that's been good enough for me. I will find a way to measure out it, but it doesn't show up on the TDS meter. So yep, we're gonna let this run for a half hour, and that's pretty much all we have to do. 30 minutes later. Good to use. I'll have to get rid of them. You can smell it in there. Now what'll happen is that'll break down into extra oxygen for the roots. So have a good one. I appreciate you for your time. It's all we have, and it does not exist. Much love. Stay chubby.